Look at the sonograph. You can see the ding-a-ling. I'm telling you, the ding-a-ling's big too.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, whatever, man. Listen, I had a dream the other day that I was playing catch with my boy. So this is a waste of time. This is a waste of time. Hey, whatever. Come on. All right, come on. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1.
Sex for a double cheeseburger with bacon.
Last year, I lost my virginity at the lake. Since then, I've slept with 10 guys. From the top, make it drop, that's a wet.
Alright, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all brothers and a few sisters out there. On to the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's just a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. I'm going to try to make this quick. I seen this parody on World Star Hip Hop, and I spread it amongst the brothers. And it kind of resonated. I laughed. I ain't gonna lie. I laughed a lot. Because the mindset that this Jake was showing, you could tell it's a parody, but it's not a parody. And the thing what it was trying, the message that it was trying to convey is the reality of today. So when you see this, when I saw this particular video, I could not stop laughing. Meaning I was with this brother, Amon Gabar, and we was both laughing hard because that's the mindset of a man that really, a thoughtful man trying to bring a girl into the world. Because society has put it where, and you know what? The spirit is going to be on women, like the brothers always say, if the shoe fits, it fits. Whoever it fits, it fits. If your hand's not you, don't worry about you. Don't worry about it. But the way society is catered to women by every means necessary. That reality has to sink in. Having a little girl is detrimental to your growth because the simple fact is society is turning them to the dark side, so to speak. It's not that hard for a woman to go aside to follow Satan. It's not that much resistance. In the society, a woman, in the ancient world, a woman and a young man would have got married by family arrangements. So the father of the man, he had to had a good occupation. And then he was going to follow his father's footstep. And he was going to have enough money to take care of his family. That father would have made an arrangement with another man of honor. And he would bestow his daughter unto that man. All right? Which is an ancient world way of doing it. But society teaches the complete opposite. A woman's going to get with whoever, whenever, and then she's gonna ride the carousel until she finds somebody that's necessary for her. But by that time, she got so much mileage, she's not even considered to have a child. She's worried about having a career more than the child itself. But according to the scriptures, if a woman did the things that she's supposed to do, she would have got a man properly. So a father is very detrimental part of the household because the father represents what the woman, who she needs to marry. She's looking for something that resembles the father because the father is the male head in the household. But if you take away the father in the household, show you how important a man is in the household, that it affects the daughter as well. Okay. Matter of fact, let me start with that scripture because I want to make this short. Sirach 7 and I believe it's 22. Has thou cattle, have an eye to them, and if they be for thy profit, keep them with thee. Has thy children instruct them, bow down their neck from their youth. So you're not supposed to raise a child to be able to get whatever they want at any time they want. You're not preparing that child for what the world brings. Okay? In other words, the world we will say spoil. No, you're not supposed to spoil a child. Because the world's not gonna give that child that as an adult the things that they want unless they have to take it or get it other means necessary. In other words, an honorable way. So you have to train your child from the very youth. Train them by the rod, beat them. Okay, when you have the chance to beat them, to instruct them in the proper way, which is biblical. It's in Proverbs. I'm not gonna get it, but I just want to get to the point. He said, "Has thou daughters, have a care for their body, show thyself cheerful towards them. And show not thyself cheerful towards them." So when you have a daughter, your daughter is supposed to be different compared to your son. You're not supposed to see your daughter as something as a joyful thing. You must become hard on her. Why? Because you instructed her how to prepare herself. Now, T.I. said something which made sense. Daddy time is thought time or some shit like that. So the more time that you spend with your daughter is the more time she will become a thought, which makes sense. And everybody got on him when he was every time he goes to the doctor, making sure his daughter's a virgin. It was a big uproar. But he's preparing. He's not a fool. He's been in the streets. He see how girls are without a father in the household and how they become. And they don't become anything great that society speaks of. Another girl, for example, Steve Harvey's daughter, a guy did a little thing, and basically he did it as a parody, but he just telling on all the men that she been around, and she shouldn't be around that many dudes. She shouldn't be a girlfriend of that many dudes, especially if you have a father that's rich and so forth. Show you this whole society is just ass backwards, man. Verse 25 says, "Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding." So it's not just give it to any dude. You have to give your daughter to a man of understanding. So having a daughter and Babylon 2021 is a burden. And that man had every thought. He said that one of the girls was like, "Yeah, I had sex for a cheeseburger with bacon." I'm laughing because it was funny, but it wasn't funny. And they hit everything to the nail. And why would they do that? Because they see what's going on. All right? And I'm definitely have to bring these scriptures out. It says, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 26 and 10, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her straight and straightly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And that's what you're seeing. These young girls out there, they acting like straight up brawling niggas, all right? Because they have so much damn liberty. They have too much time. They have too much effort. Too much things going their direction. And they don't know how to act. You go to World Star Hip Hop, you'll see more fights between two black ass women than any other women. The women of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the biblical Israelites, you are the biggest shameful nation of them all. You'll never see East Indians women fighting one another. Even Chinese women, you will never see two Chinese women fighting for anything. But you will see black or Latinos, all right? I'm not going to say Native Americans because they don't even show them like that, but they might look like Latinos or the so-called black women, and they act the same fucking way. So it's a shame to have it that way, man. It says, "Watch over her in a prudent eye. Marvel not if she trespass against thee." So you got to watch over her. So this man he was sitting there contemplating like, yo, this is going to be a problem. He already seen the problems ahead of time. All right. Is he supposed to be rejoicing and happy that he's gonna have a child? Yes. But as soon as he find out the gender is a girl, he already see the problems there. And there's no proper there's no a good it's like a good role model out there like that. Either they become too proud, that they show that proudness when they're not supposed to show that proudness. Women are not supposed to be proud for nothing, because you're born a servant, flat out. All right, flat out. It's just the way it is. The Lord intended you to be a servant to your man. That's that. It says, she shall open her mouth as a thirsty traveler, and found a fountain, when he found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. So I mean, do I have to explain? So this thought culture has further destroyed the minds of the people, further destroyed the minds of the women. And that's why you can't, as a man, you can't even trust the fact that you can have a little girl. All right? Because society is catered to them to be destructive. And everything that is rightfully they need to do is shunned upon. Matter of fact, I'm definitely have to go to this scripture. 1 Timothy 5:14. It says, I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house. So the society says, no, you're not supposed to marry at a young age, and guiding the house is an old thing. And that you don't even know that you've been played. Aaron Russo had said in an interview with Alex Jones, his last interview, that he was dealing with one of the Rockefellers, and the Rockefellers told him, you know why we did women's lib? It was to tax the household. So not only do you tax the man, but you also tax the women. It was not the female women's lib was not to liberate women. It was to put them into further debt, further servitude by who? The so-called white man. So what was natural for a woman to do, all right, and that's why she followed like the other Aitan was basically breaking it down, which is true. They'll do jobs of servitude, that they'll do it naturally. In this society, that's to look shunned upon. Okay. So for a woman to guide the house, meaning clean, cook, and do that, that's shunned upon in the society, because I was gonna get it, but Isaiah 29:16, it turned everything upside down. But it would behoove women to do this, because you're gonna, and in reality, how things are gonna go down, you're gonna wish it was like this real soon, because all hell's about to break loose. All right. So I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. For some are already turned aside after Satan. So you have all these women that's on TikTok, all these women that's on Twitter, well, there wasn't Backpage, YouTube, shaking their ass. The brother was he was looking at something, and he said that five booty shaking videos came up, and he said women are objects, and his comment got flagged because of they said that, what did he say? They said that was hate speech. So this Esau is gonna be so destructive and tell you you're doing the right thing, but when in reality you're doing the wrong thing, help destroying your own people. If anybody that's destroying the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans is you women. You are single-handedly destroying your own people. Because what? You want this fabricated lies that the so-called white man has given unto you. That's why What that man was, even though it was a parody, it was reality. All right. That was the best way he could express it, show you that how the mindset of today's young girls are. They have so much liberty, so much thing, so they get away with everything. But those days are over. And I'm gonna end it off on this. I don't want to harp on it. I just want to prove, just to get this down on my system. Isaiah 20:32-9, it says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters." And that's what you saw. You saw nothing but carelessness. Not a fear of getting pregnant or catching the disease or just bringing dishonor to the Father. Those are all careless acts. What that man was thinking in his mind. And that's what these girls do. All right, you have girls that's in TikTok that have nothing to do with nothing. They're showing who they really are, and then they have to transform into a whole nother person. Okay, that's some careless acts, man. It says, and this is what the Lord, this is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, the creator of all, creator of the universe, the creator of galaxies, existence itself, saying, says, give ear unto my speech. Listen to me. Many days and years you shall be troubled, ye careless women. For the venture shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. So everything looks like it's catering to your needs. That's why you have articles coming out basically saying more of you losing your jobs than ever. Now, Biden could sit there and sell you a fucking air and tell you that the air that he's giving you is just great. But reality sinking in is showing that the so-called white man has nothing for you. So all your advantage that you had of taking a man to child support and taking a man to alimony, all such, these things are over. Because your time of tribulation and trouble is here. You careless women, man. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So take that tight ass, box stinking ass, non-breathing ass pants that you put on and put on sackcloth, because the time of trouble is here. And in the time of Jacob's trouble, you are going to be the worst of them all to receive this trouble that's coming. And there's nobody's going to rescue from that trouble unless you are one of those women that was ordained to survive the trouble that's at hand. All right? I'm going to read a little bit more. Let me end it on. They shall lament for the teats. And then look up the word lament. Shapad. To wail, lament, mourn. To wail, lament, wailers. To be lamented, be wailed. Root word, properly to tear the hair and beat breast. Journey to lament by implication, to wail, lament, mourner, wail. So get familiar. Like my favorite scripture, Jeremiah 9:20, it said, teach our daughters wailing and lamentations. So if anything, especially like what the article had put up about the OnlyFan shit, is everything's about to crash. There's gonna be no way of you getting your own, and all you independent women that's relying on the government to help you, all those things are gonna be taken away from you. Now you're gonna have to come back in servitude unto a man. And sorry to tell you, if the spirit finds any fucking form of deceit in your tone, you ain't gonna get saved, bitch. that's the bottom line. I'm glad to say that. You come to one of us and you come in that wrong spirit and you come thinking that you're gonna get away with something, it's over for you. So in that video, to make a long story short, That man had the right reasons not to bring a daughter into this world, because there's nothing but trouble in this society. In the kingdom, different story. You can marry off your daughter to somebody that's royal, somebody that's in a higher epaulet. That's different. But in this today's society, that's like that's the biggest burden that you could put upon yourself, man. So with that being said, I hope you brothers edify something real quick through the spirit. No one it was quick, man. It is what it is. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.